Concepts offers.
All right, everybody, we are back here. We are here for the championship match. It is going to be Divine Child out of Michigan versus...
You've got me here. Oh, shoot. Putnam Science Academy. Putting me on the spot with this one.
I did that one on purpose. I did that one on purpose. I wanted to catch you off guard.
Keeping me honest.
Keeping everybody honest here. And I mean, Putnam Science Academy are here on the stage right now. But, I mean, we're just going to take a look at the two rosters here. We just saw Wolfie, Mini, and Kofir in our previous series really get the work done. 4-1. Peep, Up Bomb, and you got them there for Divine Child. Also 4-1 winners in their winner semi. So, I mean, looking at the matchups, I mean, Peep versus Kofir is like the marquee, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That is the figurehead of this match.
And then you got him, I think, will be from your side. I think you got him versus Mini, and then Wolfie versus Up Bomb.
Yeah.
I would go the other way. So. I would go Wolfie versus Up Bomb and Mini versus you got him. I think we got our two-man kind of set up differently there. But, I mean, for both these teams, their second man, regardless of who you think it is for Divine Academy or for Divine Child, I think that the second man is really going to set the tenor for this grand final, for this championship match. Who is going to take the Trident home with them for 2023 for the Rocket League? And we're going to take a look at Putnam Science Academy once again on your screen. What's up, players, gamers, Divine Child haters? No, I mean, you know, they've got to be. Hey, I mean, this is for a grand final. This is not any kind of friendly match.
No, not at this point. There is plenty on the line. The full title, the 2022-2023 Nationals title is on the line. These teams have been working for this for a full calendar year now since the past Nationals. They've come out here to Kansas City, Missouri for a huge championship match here. And at this point, we're talking about the lineups and how they're facing up against each other. I think Wolfie, you're saying the second man, really setting the stakes, setting the odds for this match. And Wolfie was so on fire just now. And Putnam Science Academy is just coming off of their last match. They're looking really good with it too. So I think that momentum might be carrying on with that back of that just really, really powerful sweep. On the other side, Divine Child High School, they've had a little bit of time to sit, so maybe they're using that, watching the matches and getting a read up on their opponents. And that's what we're hoping to see from them, some really smart plays with the information they have had displayed in front of them on this stream.
Well, here we go. Grand Finals, best of 7, right out the gate. Putnam Science Academy in the blue, Divine Child in the orange. We're looking for first goal here. Feeling out period has started. Kofir, though, once again, not having any fear against this Divine Child Academy team.
Go fear, no fear. Oh, orange now under quite a bit of pressure. Kofir isn't going to double in on this one. Still playing a little bit safe for the first match, or the first game in the match and in this series. I'm looking to catch this one. Denied, though, by Wolfie, who's going to steal this one right on inside. Kofir looking to capitalize, but it's not to be. Mini can't stop this one from going, but the cut comes out from Kofir.
I mean, the touch there, going over the top of Mini, though, that's a great amount of technical skill there. Yeah, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to feed Kofir on the little shovel pass moving forward. Doesn't find the end of it, but Wolfie does find it. Kofir in the sky. Kofir looking for the double touch. Yeah, that's a smart touch for him.
Yeah, and looking for a hit down from backboard as well, trying to play off of their team really well, which they have been capitalizing on so well today. Peep doesn't get the opportunity for the shot. Going to peel off a little bit sooner. Try to buy as much time on rotations as possible, and you need to, at this level, play a shot on goal. Kofir's going to make sure that this one, or Peep is going to be making sure this one doesn't go in, and takes the ball down to the blue end of the board, has the opportunity for a shot, and it is just hanging.
It's not there!
Barely not in. Peep finishes it with a backflip in. A divine start to this first game for Divine Child High School.
Oh, man. I mean, that is a hanging curveball right there. I mean, how did that go in any sooner? Why did we see somebody else from Putnam Science Academy be able to take it out? Peep gets the rebound off their own shot. And now, look, open net situation. Kofir has to save.
But Peep is up again, and Peep's already looking deadly on this game. Demo's going off, start things off. There's a lot of fuel to work with for the blue side here to keep things defensive. Kofir not quite in the line of fire for Wolfie to get back to him, but assisted by the orange team, in fact.
Well, I mean, we're looking for the aerial battle to start again. Mini getting up nice and high. Now Wolfie. Wolfie has to be this third man threat for Putnam Science Academy. Really, a lot of the work that got done was because of Wolfie. They're in their winner semifinal match, so we want to see if these full team strength is here for Putnam Science Academy. I really do hope that it is as we approach the halfway point of this game number 1.
The offense blunted there in that last play with a demolition going out before Divine Child High School is really feeling the pinch of PSA's aggression. Here we're going to see some more plays midfield as we start piecing towards this goal. You got him setting this thing up. I'm getting there, not quite in time, but there's another pinch back towards the net. Not quite on him, and he's going to be able to repossess unless it's stolen.
I mean, it was kind of stolen for a second. We're going to see Divine Child maintaining possession here. The follow-up from Pete, oh man, that was almost set up for a strike from about the midfield line, but no dice there. Open net, no joy there, but Pete was going to put the tap away off the backboard, off the back of the hood there. Yikes.
What a redirect, too, all the way to the right side of the net. Just peeling to the right, angling as soon as possible to make sure that no one's going to be able to save that one at all. 2-0 for Divine Child High School. They're already finding a nice gap to be starting their match with the favorites going into this match and going into this national series in its entirety. So getting here is no surprise to see them in our grand finals. Wolfie peeling up over the wall. Minnie found the save to keep this thing up in the air.
I mean, last little second touch there. I mean, we're looking now at more of a defensive shell coming through. Wolfie with a nice demolition going towards the middle of the field. I mean, Minnie up nice and high. But you know what? Oh, you got him. I mean, we haven't seen much out of them here in the first game. Kind of been that silent third man.
Yep. Yeah, just allowing the teammates to really capitalize on making sure that the defense is always there, silent and effective.
I mean, I think Putnam needs to get a goal. They need to work out this strategy and break the back line, whether it come through combination play or, good Lord, the save once again. Kofi are just getting denied out. They have not been able to really unlock this back line of Divine Child.
Yep.
Got him. That's really been good.
Sends this thing down the line, but Peep has just been waiting. He's going to be patient. There's nothing else that he needs to do. Just send it right back to sender. Minnie trying to take this up to the corner, but Bomb's going to put a pin in that. Peep now has the ball yet again. Two-piece trying to pass this thing up the field. Not going to happen, though. Just another couple trades back and forth.
I mean, we're trading right now. I mean, with less than a minute here in game number 1. I mean, really anemic offense from Putnam so far. Lion's share of the possession has been with Divine Child. I mean, probably looking about 65-35 for Divine Child. Putnam really does need to get a little bit more physical. I think that will help them in a hurry, and I think, you know, going more up-tempo would also help them right now because they're just playing into Divine Child's kind of holding tempo right now, and they're just absorbing damage, or they're absorbing the attacks as they come in.
And this is the last thing I'd expect to be seeing from Putnam Science Academy. This, like you said, anemic offense where we're not seeing the pressure where we otherwise have been every single time they have been on the field. It's just not quite showing up. Wolfie's having a hard time getting up in the air. So many times Divine Child High School's players have been just jumping on top of him, sniping it away from him. Clearly they have been doing their studying into this first feeler game in the best of 7 pretty solidly. Divine Child High School takes it 2-0. That's a beautiful fashion to be starting off your championship series. Nothing too crazy though, and definitely Putnam Science Academy is still in it.
Well, we'll see what Putnam Science Academy can do here. But I mean, the synergy just wasn't there. And now I ask you the question again. Is it Divine Child imposing their game on Putnam Science Academy, or
I already know my answer.
I mean, did Putnam Science Academy kind of expand a lot in that 5-game series to get themselves to the grand final?
Yeah, I mean, the Putnam Science Academy, the longer that this championship event has been going, the better they are playing, the more they're feeling themselves. And they're just doing that, just like you said, imposing their gameplay on their opponents, just as they did 2 matches ago against Geyer High School. They're doing that right now in this game 1. Not so dominant of gameplay to start with for finals, but that sets a precedent.
I mean, I think it's going to take a Herculean effort here for Putnam Science, honestly, to get themselves back in this series. I mean, we're already talking 1 game in, and I'm kind of worried. I'm already kind of worried that they're not going to be able to break out of this holding midfield style and opportunity take. Oh my Lord! It's on the goal line. Please, somebody save it. Thank you.
No, but it's not enough. Pete comes back in, having sent it in the first, immediately rounded back in for if he is needed again, and he's just right back in there. It was a phenomenal offense. Actually, I don't think it was Pete that originally sent it in. But it was a great bump from behind that actually took out the legs of the defense on the goal line right before it hit its mark. It was really nice stuff from from Divine Child High School, just keeping up that offensive dominance that we're seeing throughout this series so far.
I mean, Treasure, I don't want to sound like a broken horse, but I think a goal, I think up tempo, and I think physicality. That's a good start right there. Now can they build anything off of it?
Ooh, Kofir's trying to slow down there and find the 100 boost, but it just didn't respawn in time, so he's forced to go up the wall with 17 in the tank. Somehow still keeping this thing up a little further on the field. Kofir's got a lot to be working with, taking one of these signature solo plays, but Peep is just watching that like a hawk.
I mean, really, Upbomb and Peep have been forward, and they've really just stopped a lot of these plays from developing before they even get started. And I think that's a big difference between what we saw in their semifinal game and now up here against Divine Child High School. They're just not allowed to develop a play.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got him demo, but it's not going to do too much for now. He's going to be respawned by this time. Okay, mutual pump going out between those two. It's not really going to affect either of them as they're both just rotating in between the play and just watching. So a mutual detriment for both teams. Now we're back in this midfield play. We've been struggling a lot to just see who's going to get longer possession. These little back and forth plays all the way throughout the series.
I mean, this really plays into Divine Child. This is the holding midfield that I've been talking about since we saw them turn their fortunes around in the loser bracket final. This could actually be the goal that might break their back. We're 15 seconds off the halfway mark of game number 2. That would put Divine Child halfway towards securing their national championship. And Putnam Science Academy, they are just looking like they are lost right now. They have not found the answer to unlock anything of what Divine Child are bringing to this grand final.
Wolf is going to fall off that one, not have enough boost to capitalize. Gets a little bit more in the tank to work with. Trapped in the corner here for a second. The ball is going to be awkward for just about everyone. Op is the one to find it out and take it to the blue side. The demo gives a little bit more pressure. It's just defensive, though, for blue side.
Nice.
Wolfie takes it over one, and 50 by 1. He's able to keep in the play. The op's back.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I don't hate that. Try to create something different. I think that Putnam Science needs to take their game plan that they had up against Divine Child and throw it out the back window because it is not working right now.
Yeah.
Start throwing something different through.
All right, Mini up. It's just a moment too late, though, off that shot set up by Kofir. Once again, on the defense, Kofir's sending this thing out. It's not to any friendlies. This is just giving away possession to make sure that they don't have any more pressure on the goal line. Technically a shot, funny enough, but Kofir has ended up with the ball yet again. You got him, doesn't have enough boost. Getting down there.
No way!
He's just touching the goal line
there
again.
Is!
And Mini is there. Finally finding that exact time that he's been looking for all throughout this series so far. Hanging there for a second and just holding enough time, getting the defense all sorted out. Both players on either side of the goal. Nothing to be done about one striking right down the center line. First point for Putnam Science Academy in the series. That's just what we need to see.
For once in our lives, the woodwork helps the team that needs it the most. The fourth man showing up huge there for Putnam Science Academy. That just gave them an adrenaline boost. Look at this.
Yep.
They're already on
Mini
to
wants
the goal.
to score.
Yep,
Mini wants to
score.
score. Yep, wants a repeat of that opportunity. Kofir going to take it off the wall. Kofir does have to watch for Peep. These two going to be nemesis throughout this series. So they play so similarly, and they're perfectly set up to stop each other. So far, Peep has been way more successful with those plays, so it's going to be up to Wolfie to find a way to get around and allow Kofir to really pop off.
I mean, the physicality is starting to go through, and the creativity is starting to go through as well. And sometimes it just takes a little bit of luck, and oh my gosh, two demos in a row.
No way!
No way!
Beautiful stuff.
What the heck?
Doing a 180 on the ball, just orbiting around it in order to secure this thing, and just enough of a touch to keep it away from Peep. And like we said, that's that rivalry that we've seen forming now over the course of these two games. You just have to do something to keep ahead of Peep. Get in his mind and mess around with it. Poke around in there, do something that's not going to be expected. Peep, though, coming right back here to have their save back. Kofir is there for the save.
You want to realize something? This is a repeat of our earlier round game. Is it not?
Oh, wait.
PSA did take Divine Child out. Am I correct?
Wait a second.
Earlier
Wait a
in
second.
the tournament?
Is this real?
Is this real for real? Real?
I've got the goldfish memory that I work on. So,
Same.
So I will never hold myself. Yes, we 100% did have this.
4-1.
Yep.
It was 4-1.
This is a huge thing for us to have missed out on. Good thing that you're remembering this as well. This was actually really stunning in the moment as well.
So, I mean, revenge is on Divine Child's mind. And I mean, the defense right now, 10 seconds
that
left.
explains the fire we saw coming into this first game.
I mean, 10 seconds left here, 5-4-3. Minnie looking for a last-second touch. The last-second goal! No, my God, the save on the line there! Ball still alive.
No space to spare. Finally hit the ground. We have hit overtime in game 2, and this is nothing like game 1. A relatively low-scoring game 1, but a perfect one for Divine Child. Nonetheless, keeping it going. That's a second game in the books. A 3-2 for Divine Child. Just about no overtime. This Peep is just about allergic to overtime, I would say.
Kofier went for resources rather than making sure their goal was protected, and that's on Kofier right there.
Yeah. Yeah, you always got to watch out for the kickoff goal in overtime. It's so tempting. You know your opponents want that to just put this one to bed and get on out of here. Peep absolutely doing so. But Peep has a tendency to be getting these. He's just a little bit better on a kickoff. You want to be watching out. If you can, see what the opponent's lineup is off of that kickoff, because Peep, if he's second man, he's going to be going for it. He's looking for put this right in the goal, and he's got a little something to him. He does it more often than not. So that's twice already that we've seen him in overtime in a game. Pop one in 6 seconds, and then bam, it's done, and you've lost a game. After all that fighting, all that work that PSA has been putting in throughout that game, and it's a 2-0, and that is going to start to hurt. But we see that fire, we see that spark. Something's in there behind the eyes.
Well, I mean, you're only down 2 games. We're in a best of 7, so yeah, Divine Child is halfway there, but you're not completely out of it. And I mean, an early goal, I think, will be the way that Putnam Science gets themselves back into the series. I think that, if they can get, even a 2-goal lead would be awesome. But I think getting out the gate fast is a key to them, because they do like the front run. We'll see if Divine Child will allow them that opportunity, or if they're just going to bully their way in onto a shot.
That is the tendency that's been actually working for them. So I'd love to see that just keep happening. Like you're saying, physicality is really working in their favor. I'm looking to keep this thing going. Try and get over Minnie, but it's not to be. Minnie's been doing a great job of making plays work where you would not expect it to happen. Just finagling wherever is necessary. A nice demo opens up the goal, but not enough. Kofier coming up here, and it's going right to the corner. No opportunity to get back up for this one. Just catapulted out of the goal on that goal explosion. PSA ahead for the first time.
I mean, Treasure, maybe they're listening to us. I don't know. But they gave us exactly what we wanted. 56 seconds in, they finally got a lead. They're not behind. Now let's see how they front run. Let's see how they run with this lead and see what they do on the back of it, because that's a very dangerous carry-in for Mop Bomb once again, looking to get a little bit of early revenge.
All right, Wolfie making a long play. No one to capitalize off of, though. Both teammates staying pretty far back on this one. So they're looking to make a reversal on the defense, sending this one up. Wolfie goes back into the play, but can't beat out Peep.
I want to see, double demo. They trade the demos there. You got him. Gets diffed out. The shot goes in. Kofier! Whoa! Near post.
Peep working so many hours here. Demoed immediately coming up and has to be on the goal, trying to get there as soon as possible. It's not to be as a really tight shot. Putting him up 2-0. What is this? Game 1 reversed?
It is game 1 reversed right now, and I thought they would need to get 2 goals right off the bat. Well, they've done that. A minute 30 in, and now, they're on the back foot, defending, pushing forward. Wolfie looking for the hat trick goal. This is going to do them the world of good. What a save from Peep once again.
Yeah, Minnie's just knocking this one backwards. A little bit of a back pass in order to try and get every one time on the offense to get a little bit more boost. You have to find to keep that play going. Another hit once again. Divine Child on the defense, really just trying to find some time, find that out. Kofier circling like a shark, and Minnie's going to be coming up next. The next one to push on this play. It's gotten past Wolfie, so now Divine Child has some room to play with.
Kofier, you saw the circle back after the good touch, and then they were immediately circled back to the third man position. So Kofier playing all sides of the pitch right now. These rotations that are coming from Putnam Science have gotten so clean and so methodical that, I mean, I don't know if Divine Child is going to be able to break this in the next 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh, that double and eventual triple up, but Mini somehow, despite doubling on the first attempt to get this thing away from the goal, has found himself in the optimal position to just sink one right above the defense. No way did Divine Child High School think that this was going to be coming back to their goal. Pete, yet again, unable to save, doing so much work in the goal, but there's just some that aren't savable. 3-0 now, the biggest lead we've seen between any of these teams. Putnam really wants to show Divine Child High School that they can do it again. They can double up and double eliminate their opponents.
I mean, Kofir, right there. I mean, just the extra little touch, the extra little usage of that boost to keep the ball going into the corner, not allow the counterattack to start. Mini, yeah, out of resources, but still drives it deep into the offensive third, and that's what you want to see. You want to see this time wasting going through the waterfall, the save on the back of it. Kofir doing his best peep impression on the opposite side.
The rare peep miss on that shot is going to be hurting, especially as the time starting to get to significant times. We're below halfway through this game already. 3-1 game is a bit of a tough task. Mini sends this one into midfield, but it's just going to be right to You Got Him, who happily takes this thing and sends it far away from goal.
What a touch from Kofir there in their own corner, and the flick to set up. Oh my God, that was almost in. But Wolfie up high, looking for Mini, looking for Kofir, looking for anybody. There's the cutout. There's the double cutout.
Oh, beautiful. You got him.
Yeah. I mean, this is great from both teams right now.
I was so scared for You Got Him, just barely looking, just trying to graze a touch on the ball, but finds two of them, and it's just enough to send that thing just right across the field and by so much time. Now Peep trying to control the ball, dropping it though to Mini, who doesn't have the touch that they want, but demo from Wolfie is putting the blue team in a very positive light right now. Kofir moving this thing up the field. You don't want to be seeing that.
You don't want to be seeing that. You want to see that if you were PSA right now. The demo taking out up bomb right there. So, yeah, I mean, we're at 42 seconds and counting. 3-goal lead. This is going to give a fire under the rear ends of Putnam Science Academy.
Oh, my God.
Kofir with number 3 here in game number 3. And I think that we might have awoken a sleeping giant here. To quote General or Admiral Yamamoto
yes.
from Pearl Harbor, we may have awoken a sleeping giant. Putnam Science Academy ready to go.
They are on a roll. This is pushing in the pain on Divine Child High School. Just about no chance of bringing this one back. The first game should be in the bag for Putnam Science Academy here. A little bit of Rule 1. Oh, no. Pete breaking a Rule 1.
Oh, I mean, shot on goal. Nice save once again from Op-Bomb. So we'll see what they got moving in here. A little bit of a leaker shot going from Mini. More time wasting. I mean, you know, I always say, you know, I like the possession to be grounded. But 8 seconds left here in game number 3. All done and dusted here for Putnam Science Academy. They have gotten themselves on the board here in game number 3. We're going to go to game number 4 with the score line. 2-1 in favor of a Divine Child still. But Putnam Science Academy, they're on your screens. They are on stage here in Kansas City. It is a beautiful sunny day here, about 72 degrees outside, but it is way hotter on that stage right now. These PSA students are ready to get themselves back into this. They want to get the tiebreaker here. They want to get themselves to 2 games. They want to extend this out. They want to make this very complicated 1st to 2.
Yep, this is the first point, but they have an opportunity to bring this back to even. They're still playing from a deficit, but a 4-0 is so commanding. This is the largest deficit that we've seen on games, and Putnam Science Academy has been putting on the heat. They landed 2 4-0s against DeSoto. This is their 3rd one of the day against Divine Child now. So if they can find that same fire, find another 4-0 in a row, just like they did before, we could be back to seeing that same Putnam Science Academy that we have so far. They are no longer under the boot of Divine Child's own play style.
No, they are not. And that's a great ball in. Yes, the demo comes through, but the ball was still completely in control. And Kofir has the ball. That's a big booming clearance. Wolfie's going to collect it. Look for Mini, or yeah, that is Mini up on Kofir on the high wall. Pete is going to collect it, dish it off. Question mark?
Is that? I honestly can't tell if that was intentional or just like a crazy good fake or just really good positioning off of mid from his teammate. You got him to be able to get there. But either way, it has a really good result in the end. But still, we're playing that midfield possession game that Divine Child High School is so good at. It's where they command out games and where they can just suffocate lesser teams. The Putnam Science Academy now rising above that station, doing what other teams just could not. Up gets it over to, but in the end, Mini, their stalwart defender of the net.
I mean, it was PSA that threw Divine Child down into the lower bracket. And I mean, that's enough right there. I mean, this is why this is fueled so heavily right now. And I think that maybe PSA were expecting a little something different out of this Divine Child squad. Nuh-uh, not this time.
Mini off the wall here, positioned back towards mid, but Peep is already up. Plenty of fuel still left for Divine Child High School. This is some footsies that we've been playing for quite some time here. We're almost 2 minutes of the way through here, and again, it's that midfield play, but this does make me a little worried for the PSA squad. This is where Divine Child High School succeeds. They are playing their game right now, if not high scoring it or anything. This is the game that they end up winning. It's the long game. You just play to out economy, you keep a little more gas in the tank, and you wait for the moment, especially if you can get Peep in there to strike like a Viper. And this just might be it. Doesn't quite have the flip reset, but there we go. You got him coming up down the midfield, perfectly playing off of Peep right there. That's the same quiet patience and willingness to strike with no mercy.
I mean, they had a flip reset in their back pocket, didn't he? But just a nice little touchdown. Just a nice little touchdown.
Did he have the flip reset?
He did.
I didn't think that he actually landed it right there.
Yeah.
So that's beautiful. That's another thing that Peep has a tendency to do. Most players, if you have the flip reset, you're going to do it because it makes it so much easier to get the ball past the one player ahead of you. But Peep's 50% rate, whether he's dropping it to you got him, or his other teammate, or just keeping it for himself. It's greedy when he's doing it that way, but he's not nearly as greedy as other players. He wants to play smart and play to get in the opponent's heads, and that's where he's succeeding in these solo plays, because his solo plays are also doubles plays because his teammates are always there for him. Yep. And that's you just don't know how to play against it.
I mean, Wolfie with a shot on goal there, forces the save out there still, just crossing over the halfway point. Game number 4. Only one goal separates these two squads. That could be number 2, but it's not. Nice save, Wolfie, with a nice little touch going over the Kofier. Kofier actually gets dipped out, and the demo comes through onto Mini. So we're starting to see the physicality start to increase here from Divine Child. What kind of an answer do Putnam Science Academy have? They are losing this war of attrition. And I think that that's the big difference between Game 3 and Game 4 now, is that they have gone back and allowed Putnam, oh my goodness, no,
doubling up on the goal, but there's no one left now. Kofier finally making it back end. Wolfie luckily carrying this thing well out, because again, the game of attrition never wins out for Putnam Science here. Divine Child is happy to besiege the goal, and if Wolfie can't get it out far enough, which he couldn't there, Abam eventually is going to find the mark. He's going to be someone on the orange squad, and actually a pinch even.
Yep, I mean, that's just unfortunate there. For Putnam Science Academy, they're down 2 goals, 95 seconds left here in game number 4. If this score does hold, we will be on championship point for the remainder of our series. Regardless of how many games it goes, Divine Child will be sitting on their own destiny here. They are the number 1 seeds coming into this tournament, and they are living up to that ranking right now. Putnam Science Academy want to play spoilers, and they've got to get 2 goals in the next 75 seconds to do that.
Yeah, starting to look pretty pressurized on that side of the field. Peep doing a great job bouncing this thing well away from their net, and seeing the opportunity, not quite landed the goal after all those bumps. Wolfie playing aggressively, making sure Peep doesn't get to play his game, and that is the right thing to do right here. But they have to maneuver this to some more blue side aggression.
I mean, what a demo right now. I mean, anytime there's any kind of a forward push, there's a demo that's coming through on the PSA. And I mean, that's been a certain point of interest here for Divine Child. It's a point of contention for them. They decided that is identified as a way to stop the aggression coming back with them. It's a immediate demo. There we go again.
Yeah, it's really good stuff. Keeps the pressure going. Wolfie demoing again right here. Kofier forced it to 50. Looking to get something out of the net. Mini sends this thing mid, but Peep is already up. There's no one in the goal. That is a free shot from downtown for Peep. 3-0 with 20 seconds left. Divine Child High School is going to make the last game just a flash in the pan.
That is unfortunate, man. I mean, we're going to be on match point here. Regardless of how many quick goals we get here, unless it's like 2 kickoff goals and like a freakazoid goal after that, it's going to take a lot coming out here. Wolfie, I think they need to get at least 1 here to keep themselves in the championship, to be perfectly honest, because the momentum that they got from game number 3 has completely gone out the window. They let Divine Child impose their game on them again. And Treasure, I'm not sure if they can actually reel this one back.
Yeah, not quite another one of these 4-0s that Divine Child High School has been reveling in, or sorry, that Putnam Science Academy has been reveling in, but just about there with a 3-0 in favor of Divine Child High School here. So nearly the same dominance that was shown by their opponents. It's an immediate hit right back. And this does get us into dangerous territory going into our next game.
Championship point. It is championship point for Divine Child out of Michigan. Right now, PSA, they are looking to get themselves, back into the series. They're down 3-1. They are facing championship point. That's an early good start. You have to throw something different at this wall. You found the magic in game number 3. Now you got to find it in game number 5.
Yep, and you're going to have to find it from there on. There is no quarter left for Putnam Science Academy right here. They put Divine Child into the lower bracket already. They're in a dangerous, dangerous spot right here. You got them scoring the first goal in what could be the final game of Rocket League at High School Esports League Nationals today.
I mean, Kansas City is lighting up right now, and Divine Child are the chosen ones, it seems like, right now. Putnam Science Academy, I have believed. You have had them on your radar since we first saw them yesterday. I did not think the Divine Child would have a chance to stay in this championship. I thought the pressure would get to them. It has not really gone out that way.
Not at all.
Oh my goodness, Minnie had a chance. Kofier with the up behind that, but where's Wolfie? Where's Wolfie?
Going mid, trying to find that thing back onto an aggressive spot, but he's not going to quite get it. You got him knocked out of this play as Minnie's trying to dominate the ball with a double touch, but it's up, coming up here, finding the eventual landing of the ball. We need more of these bangs to be directed. It can be hard. It can be hard to direct your bang. Usually you're just trying to get it away from your goal. That way you can get onto the aggressive side. But you need to stop giving, both of these teams need to stop giving away possession every time that we're seeing bangs. It works out better for Divine Child High School. So I'd say this more directed at Putnam Science Academy. That is where they are really hurting right now, because the shot numbers are great for them. Once they get up there, you just need to make sure you have possession to move the ball up the court a little bit slower. And Putnam Science Academy really excels with team plays as well. That's what I want to be seeing so much. Getting this thing out. Wolfie sends it to Minnie sends it to Wolfie.
I mean, there's a good pinch right there on the ground. Actually, controls. Yeah, I mean, midfield right now is turning into a bloodbath, and we're starting to see that. The other thing is that they're catching Kofier on the third-man role a lot when these goals go in. They're watching for Wolfie and Minnie as they circle around, and when they see Kofier rotate back to the third, that's usually when they score. But Kofier gets the equalizer just a minute and 49 seconds in.
All the way from blue to orange goes a little bit of a bump to help the double commit, in just a bit of desperation for Divine Child High School to keep this thing out of their net. It is absolutely for nothing, though. Kofi are doing a great job sending that one in. Ooh, already Wolfie having to play very defensive. Get back there and save.
I mean, but they you know what? They learned their lesson. No kickoff goal there.
Yep.
I mean, that's a dangerous ball there from Opbomb, looking for Peep to run through. You're going to have a shot from you. Got him on the side. It forces a save out of Wolfie. So, I mean, Opbomb still with a head full of steam. They get the double reset.
All right.
Oh, my word. What a great save there from Wolfie, or from Kofier that time.
Unprecedented aggression from Divine Child High School. 30 seconds in to this point, and Divine Child High School has put in 3 shots. Something must have changed after that last goal. Now they've gone to even. Like, this has to be a conscious decision with how dedicated they are on just sending this on net. They're going to wait until we see a mistake from Putnam Science Academy, because that's where Divine Child can win, is out rotation. So if we just need to pump up the score line, just force it.
Well, I mean, they're starting to impose a different style of play. I think they're going for the tempo increase here, Treasure. And, I mean, they're going to see if Putnam Science can actually rev up and meet them at that point. So, I mean, you can see the crank's turning. Pete. Woo! Pete with number 2.
Divine Child High School, they can taste the championship right now. You can see dialing up the speed, dialing up the heat on Putnam Science Academy. Another point right there in, again, an unprecedented bit of offensive pressure. The second touch, is not going to be picked up by Divine Child High School. Instead, Kofier taking a demo, playing aggressive up here, getting it just over Opbomb. Doesn't have anyone to play off it with him, but Minnie trying to play interference. Kofier needs to make this back rotation, keep this thing away from the net.
Yep, and I mean, right now he's got a head full of steam. He's got the touch. He's got the positioning. He's got the pinch. They've got the shot.
they pinched it into 80 to 0 miles per hour in an instant. Everyone just caught off guard by that moment for just a second. I mean, he's got plenty of boost to be going up and keeping this play live right across the field. No one's here to really capitalize off it, but Omp is trying to keep it aggressive.
I mean, they did have the switch in the field there, just didn't have the extra player over there. So, I mean, while I like the play, you've got to have somebody over there to receive the pass or at least be going forward. Nice little flip there coming through, but what a steal off the hood. No goal. What a save from Kofier.
Oh my God, and the barely missed opportunity to dunk that thing in. Peep on crazy offensive speed. You got him though, patiently pulling around the corner in the wake of all these demos coming around, spiking this thing right on in a perfect punt into this 2-point lead now for Divine Child High School. This is going to be an intense minute fraught with panic, quite potentially for Putnam Science Academy as they are seeing their chance of the championship start to fade away.
You got to throw the spaghetti at the wall right now. There's no other chance. There's nothing else. There's no games after this one. First of all, I mean, regardless of how it ends, there's no games after this. Second of all, I mean, if you lose here, you're done. You get the second place trophy and you're good to go. You don't want to go out like that. You don't want to go out with just losing one game. So I think Putnam Science, they've got to get, uber aggressive. They've got to go ultra plus here.
You got him, no boost to work with, trying to get ahead of the opponents. The only thing keeping him from just sending that thing in the goal is if he had a little bit boost to make a good flick at it, but he actually got past all three members of Putnam Science Academy. They just looked back behind him. A vie for the ball on the wall. 3 players up there, a double commit from Divine Child High School. Peep just left in the goal zone to make sure nothing's going in if they make some sort of error. So little time left off the clock. Divine Child High School taking their victory lap here in the last 10 seconds, especially as we're staring down the face of the blue goal. 5 seconds left. Divine Child High School will be your HSEL Nationals champions in Rocket League. Amazing showing. Another 4-0 for today. Only one moment of weakness in their 3-0 or their 4-0 loss against Putnam. That very, very aggressive team. They just couldn't turn it on and keep up to the rate at which Divine Child High School plays at.
Yeah, I mean, they reverse it now. It was a 3-1 victory for Putnam Science Academy in the winners finals and sending down Divine Child. They get the reverse fortune now, 4-1 in the grand finals. They are your national champions for Rocket League. And I mean, for Putnam Science Academy, what a heck of a performance from them. They had a wonderful championship here. Very awesome to see how good they are. And you know what? We're going to get a chance to see Peep from Divine Child. We're going to be able to see them in CRL, in the College Collegiate Carball Association there, playing for Oakland University next year as a freshman. So be on the lookout for that player. But my friend, what a freaking tournament did we have?
It has been an amazing weekend through and through. I'm so happy to have been out here, Kansas City, Missouri, bringing all these teams out, getting to see them in person, getting to bring out the best of their play at the end of the season when they're at the height of their power. We have some amazing outgoing seniors like you've been talking about with Peep, for example, these players that are going to be real heavy hitters in other leagues to be going forward. Brought up, raised through HSEL, and showing off today. I'm really excited to see these players back and see them in their future competitions. But that will be wrapping up our Rocket League for today and for this weekend. Now that we have crowned our Nationals champions, they'll be able to hoist their trident in victory and go home knowing that they're the title holders for a full calendar year from now. But I've been Treasure. I've been joined by Chef Billy here. We've had a great time bringing this to you.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a fantastic experience. It's been fantastic gameplay. And that's going to do it for us here in Kansas City. So make sure you take care of each other. We're all in this game together, and we'll see you next time.